In the tapestry of life, few threads are as enduring and comforting as the bond we share with our grandparents. They are the keepers of our family's history, the embodiment of generational wisdom, and the silent anchors of our emotional well-being. And in this profound story, the narrator takes us on a journey through the twilight years of his grandfather's life, culminating in a heart-wrenching moment on his deathbed. What exactly did the grandfather whisper to the narrator? You're about to find out. So, without further ado, let's delve into the depths of this tale and explore the life-altering words that echoed across the chasm of time, leaving an indelible mark on the young boy's soul. This narrative transcends generations, touching upon universal themes of family, legacy, and the bittersweet nature of mortality. It's a reminder that wisdom often resides in the quietest corners of our lives, waiting to be discovered by those who truly seek it. Join us as we unravel this captivating story together. You think wisdom comes from books, from schools, from success? No. Sometimes the deepest wisdom comes from a man who's lived long enough to see dreams fade, loved ones go, and silence settle in his bones. Let me tell you a story about the final lesson my grandfather whispered to me on his deathbed, a lesson that shattered everything I thought I knew about life. My grandfather, John, was a man of few words. Most knew him as a simple woodworker. His days were filled with the scent of sawdust and the soft music he hummed. It seemed like he had no worries. But beneath that calm exterior, I sensed a sadness, a depth he never shared. When I was just 8 years old, I once asked him, "Grandpa, why are you so sad all the time?" He looked at me, his eyes distant. "Because, my boy, sometimes the quietest moments are the loudest." I didn't understand then, but as years passed, his words echoed in my heart. He had a habit of sitting on an old wooden bench every morning at sunrise. Same time, same cup of tea, same faraway look in his eyes. He wasn't rich, he wasn't famous, but he had a presence, like he knew something the rest of us didn't. One day, when I was 16, I asked, "Grandpa, what's the most important thing you've ever learned?" He smiled, took out an old pocket watch, and said, "Time is not money. Time is life, and most people waste both." That day, he gifted me that very pocket watch, a worn leather strap and a ticking heart of gold. He said, "When it stops, you have one last chance to learn." Little did I know that lesson would come sooner than I expected. One day, the sun rose and Grandpa didn't appear on the bench. I found him in bed, too weak to move, the pocket watch still clutched in his hand. But something was different. There was a vibrancy in his eyes, a flicker that lit up his face. "Come here, boy," he said, his voice raspy yet warm. I sat beside him, worried, not knowing the change that was about to come over him. "When I was young," he began, his voice stronger than I'd heard it in weeks, "I chased money, worked 15-hour days, thought I was building a future, but I missed birthdays. I missed first steps. I missed her crying alone in the kitchen because I wasn't there." He stopped, his gaze drifting to the window, lost in a world only he could see. I didn't ask who her was. I just sat there. Because for the first time, I saw regret in his eyes, not for the things he did, but for the moments he missed. He continued, "Then I woke up one day and realized I was successful, yes, but I had nothing to show for it. All those years of work, all that money earned, it couldn't buy back those moments." He paused, his fingers tracing the lines on the blanket. "Time isn't something you can hold in your hand, John. It slips between your fingers like sand. You can chase after it, but you can't catch it. And once it's gone forever." Tears welled up in my eyes, blurring the world around me. I understood now why he had that sadness in his eyes, why he spent his days in silence. It wasn't just the passage of time he mourned, but the moments he'd wasted chasing shadows. "Who is she?" I whispered, unable to contain my curiosity any longer. Grandpa turned to me, his eyes filled with a lifetime of emotions. "A part of you," he said softly, "a part that's loved, cherished, and missed. Don't let that happen to you, John. Hold on to the moments, to the people who make your heart sing, even if it means letting go of some dreams." As the days passed, I noticed a change in Grandpa. The regret faded from his eyes, replaced by a new kind of sadness, one that was peaceful, almost serene. One afternoon, as we sat in comfortable silence, I finally gathered the courage to ask him, "What about you? Are you afraid of dying?" He looked at me, his gaze steady and sure. "No, John," he said. "Not at all. I'm ready to go whenever the time comes. I've lived a good life, a simple life, but a good one. And now it's time to rest." He reached out, his hand wrinkled but strong, and squeezed mine. "Don't you worry about me, boy. I'm not afraid. But there's something I want you to promise me." "Anything, Grandpa," I said, my voice thick with emotion. He leaned closer, his eyes shining with a new intensity. "Never wait for someday. Never say tomorrow. Never postpone happiness. Live while you can, John. Love while you can. And cherish every moment like it's your last, because someday will become tomorrow, and tomorrow may become never." His words pierced my heart, echoing the sentiments of 1,000 lifetimes. I clung to his words, making a silent vow to honor his wishes. On the morning of his passing, I sat by his bedside, holding his hand, whispering stories and sharing memories. As the sun rose, casting its golden hues through the window, I felt a change in him. His breathing grew slower, more shallow, and a serene smile touched his lips. In the face of his impending departure, I fought back tears, determined to remain strong for him. Yet as the hours passed and his grip on my hand weakened, my resolve crumbled. "Grandpa," I whispered, my voice cracking with emotion, "you promised me more stories." A soft chuckle escaped his lips. "I am the story, John," he murmured, his voice barely a whisper, "and as the final page turns, remember the lessons we've shared, the moments we've held dear, and the love that binds us forever." With a final squeeze of my hand, he closed his eyes, surrendering to the embrace of eternity. In his final moments, he had shared a profound truth with me. He was the story, and our shared moments were the chapters that had shaped my life. It was a realization that transcended the boundaries of life and death. As I stood by his grave, the weight of his parting words settled upon me. I realized that he wasn't just my grandfather, he was a storyteller. He had woven his life's tapestry with threads of love, resilience, and wisdom, and he had entrusted me with the privilege of carrying that story forward. It was a responsibility that humbled me, a legacy that honored our shared past and inspired me to create my own unique narrative. With the setting sun painting the sky in hues of remembrance, I whispered a promise to my grandfather's soul. I vowed to live a life that honored his memory, to chase dreams fearlessly, to cherish moments wholeheartedly, and to embrace the beauty of simplicity. His life had been a testament to these values, and now it was my turn to weave them into the fabric of my existence. As the days turned into weeks and the seasons shifted, I carried my grandfather's words in my heart like precious jewels guiding my path. The vibrant colors of life seemed even more radiant. The laughter of loved ones echoed with deeper joy, and the challenges I faced were met with newfound strength. His parting message had become my compass, urging me to navigate life's complexities with grace, gratitude, and an unwavering belief in the power of human connection. And so, inspired by the remarkable life of my grandfather, I continue to write my own story, one that is enriched by the profound wisdom he shared in his final moments. His legacy lives on in the depths of my soul, reminding me that even in the face of life's inevitable end, there is beauty to be found, lessons to be embraced, and love that transcends the boundaries of time.